Hey, you guys, it's Mary Alice Duncan, and let me check a couple things here. As people are coming in the room, I want to welcome you guys to be here with me tonight, sitting here in my kitchen. So this is not a fancy operation, but I am thrilled to be here and to be able to share with you guys tonight. So as the numbers continue to climb, I always like to make a little small talk at the beginning and allow people time to hop on. I know it's hard. This is a crazy time of night, getting kids down to bed, and just there's a lot going on. So I want to have a little bit of a grace period. So um, what can we talk about? I'm just kidding. I won't do that to you. I want to honor your time. So let me go ahead and click a couple buttons here. And your screen is going to look funny for just a second. Okay, hold on. There we go. Okay, that's the wrong one. Hold on just a second, you guys. So many things going on here. Okay, there we go. So what you should see on your screen right now is a big AdvoCare logo that says the power of yes underneath it. So if you're seeing that, you are seeing the same thing that I'm seeing, and we are on the same page. So what I want to go ahead and do is begin the presentation. I want to honor your time tonight. I know that there will be probably more people hopping on throughout the next 15 to 20 minutes, but I'm going to ask you to hang with me for probably about the next 45 minutes or so, because what I want to do is I want to pull back the curtain of AdvoCare for you. I want to show you guys what is possible with AdvoCare. For some of you, you've watched this presentation a whole bunch of times, and you're still not sure what this can mean for you. And every time you watch it, you're hoping that you're going to catch a vision for your own life. I get that. I understand that. That's what I used to do in the beginning of my AdvoCare journey. For some of you, you've caught the vision. You are in, you are excited, and you watch these presentations because you love to get your batteries recharged. I get that. Then some of you, this might be your very first exposure to AdvoCare, and you're like, what is this crazy lady talking about? I get that too. What I want you to know is that for about the next 45 minutes, I do want to pull back this curtain for you, and I want to show you why your friend or family member invited you to listen to this presentation tonight. Obviously, they see value here. They would not ask you to give up your evening on a Thursday night in June if they didn't see value here for you. Okay? So what we're going to be talking about tonight is how AdvoCare can add value to your life. What I have found is that most of us have debt. Now, for some people, it's physical debt, meaning their health is not what it should be to allow them to do the things in life that they desire to do. For some people, it's financial debt, okay, meaning there's more month at the end of the money, or maybe there's a whole lot of debt, or you just can't do the things that you want to do without piling up a lot of debt, right? Maybe you're not able to save. Then there is time debt, and I think time debt is often the most harmful and hurtful and damaging, because we're created to be with the people that we love the most, and we're so indebted to other things that oftentimes we have no time left over for the people and the passions and the things in life that we truly love. And so what I want to do is show you how AdvoCare, if you see it like I see it, can alleviate one, two, or three of those debts for you. Okay? Is that fair? All right, so know this. I'm not going to try to tell you what to do. That's not my job. My job is simply to bring to you the power of AdvoCare and what your yes can mean, not only for your life, but for the lives of the people in your life that you love and care about. So I want to introduce you first of all to the average American family, okay? They make about $43,000 a year. They own their own home. It's worth about $160,000, but they owe about $95,000. Does that sound familiar? Okay. They can't manage to pay off a $2,200 credit card balance. It just looms and looms, all right? They don't have retirement accounts. I'd be willing to bet that little girl right there does not have a college fund, which means what? She's going to grow up and perpetuate the same cycle that her parents are likely perpetuating from their parents. Okay? So what we see here is a vicious cycle. We see 82% of all Americans hating what they do, over 60% of working Americans dropping a child off at daycare every day, not because they want to do that, okay? Understand me. Not because they want to, but because they feel that they don't have any other choice. They feel trapped. We have 66% of all adult Americans being overweight. We're spending billions of dollars in the health and wellness industry. Over $5 billion was spent on energy drinks in 2011, okay? God, that's a lot of money that we don't have. Right? So what we see here is a whole bunch of exhausted people giving their best hours to people that they don't really care about, working hard enough so that they don't get fired, right? Just hard enough so that they don't get fired, and they're getting paid just enough so that they won't quit. So it's a trap. It's a vicious cycle, and so that's why we see every 6 seconds someone starts a home-based business. And so what I want to do tonight is I want to show you why AdvoCare is the best possible choice that you can make. So this is what life looked like for me before AdvoCare. I was exhausted. That to me is the most prevalent thing I see in these photographs. Is I know my own smile. I look at myself in the mirror every day. I have to do that, and that's not my real smile. None of those pictures is my real smile. I can see the exhaustion behind my eyes. So, how many of you understand that? How many of you understand what it feels like at 3 o'clock in the afternoon when you're just praying the kids go down for a nap so you can catch 20 minutes, right? Or when you come home from work and you're just praying that nobody needs anything so you can just close your eyes for a minute and you're falling over in your dinner. And and I was depressed and anxious because you can't carry around as much weight as I was and not expect some kind of symptom like that. My doctor had told me that I was morbidly obese and that I was staring down the barrel of an early death. Okay, guys, that was hard to hear as a 35-year-old woman. I was setting a horrible example for my sweet little boy. Because of my weight, I was isolated. My family was isolated. Our neighbors thought my husband was a single dad. We were also financially strapped. You see, my husband had been in real estate, and he's amazing. God, Philip is amazing. I never want to take anything away from him when I talk about being financially strapped, because the man is an amazing provider. But when the economy tanked, so did his young real estate business. And so we found ourselves in foreclosure. We were depending upon our church family to bring us food. And because Philip was working so hard to salvage that real estate business, we had zero time. So our whole family picture was not very pretty. And we tried so hard to make it look good for everybody else, but it was just window dressing. We were literally falling apart behind our four walls. And then with AdvoCare, it looks very different. And I'm going to tell you how we did it, and I'll talk about that towards the end. I'm going to make you stick around to hear that part. I'm very strategic with that. But I want you to see how different life looks today. Today, I have more energy, guys, at 40, and I'm not. Let me back up a minute. I'll be 40 in December. I guess I need to stop saying 40 because I won't turn 40 till December. But I have more energy today than I did when I was in college. I'm in the best health of my life. I've lost over 100 pounds. My husband's lost over 30 pounds that we didn't even know he needed to lose. We have traveled the world literally on AdvoCare's dime because this company is so generous. We have tremendous relationships with people that we have mutual love and respect for, people that are on the same journey that we are on. We have complete financial freedom, and even more than that, we have time freedom to do the things in life that matter to us as a family. And we are on a mission to help as many people that want that to have that as well. Not everybody wants that, or not everybody's willing to work for it, I guess I should say. But for those who want it and who are willing to work and fight for that freedom, we want to lock arms with you and go out and help you get that too. So how do we do this with AdvoCare? I mean, if you're new, you're going, okay, that's awesome, but Who the heck is AdvoCare and what do we do? We are a world-class nutrition company, nothing more and nothing less. We were founded 21 years ago in Plano, Texas. The year that I went to senior prom, we were founded, which is so exciting to me. I had no idea back then when I was dancing to Wonderful Tonight that the company that was going to impact my future and build my legacy was being formed in Plano, Texas, and I'm so grateful for that. We have over 70 different products in our line, so we run the gamut from, you know, products that can help kids all the way up to healthy aging. We have over 250 years of science behind our products, and we have hundreds of non-cash paid Olympic and professional sports endorsers. That's powerful. We do two things in AdvoCare, guys. It's very simple. We provide solutions in the two areas that plague American families the most, and that's the areas of health and finances. You just heard my story. I was obese and dying. We were financially kaput, to put it nicely, and AdvoCare gave us back hope in those two areas, which set our family on a different course. We do these things because of Charlie Regis. Charlie was a man of vision and passion, and he had a vision for my family long before I ever did. Charlie understood the power of nutrition in the human body, so he wanted to create the world's finest nutritional products. He had made millions in the direct selling industry in another nutrition company, and when he retired, he said, you know what, I'm not done. There's more that needs to be done, and I know I can do it, and I can do it better. So he took what he knew and he applied it to the direct selling model. He said, I want to give ordinary people an extraordinary opportunity. So we are direct sales by design, and we make no apologies for that. You ask anybody that knows anything about wealth building, and they will tell you that the direct selling model, especially Charlie's servant leadership model, is the way to build true and lasting wealth. Also with direct sales, what you're going to find is that when you get great results on these products, because you will, people are going to notice. And when people start to notice, you look like hope to them. And when you look like hope to somebody else, then you can lock arms with them and help them get the results that they desire. Never, ever, ever have I walked into a store to purchase a nutritional product and had the sales clerk follow up with me. Never, ever, ever have I walked into a store to purchase a nutritional supplement and had, you know, a personal testimony from the person there in the store. That's exactly what you get with AdvoCare, and Charlie Regis knew that, and that's why his business model is so powerful. And what I love about Charlie is that he was a businessman, he was a visionary, so he understood that part, but he didn't really understand the science. So he put together a who's who in science, medicine, nutrition, kinesiology, surgery, research, you name it. These men and women are the who's who in their respective industries. And I always enjoy talking about Dr. Stanley Dudrick. Dr. Dudrick is knighted in 3 countries. The Surgery Center at Yale University is named after him, and while that sounds amazing, what Dr. Dudrick did is he invented intravenous feeding. Okay, take that in for just a minute. This man is the person credited with inventing TPN, total parental nutrition. This became very real to me recently when a dear friend of mine had a baby prematurely, and her baby girl was kept alive through TPN. That's the power of the brain trust that we have here in our Scientific and Medical Advisory Board. These are the men and women who put their reputation on the line every single day for AdvoCare. That's powerful. Now, you see the green check mark in the top right-hand corner of your screen. That's informed choice. You see, AdvoCare, we test our products. The FDA regulates the supplement industry, but the FDA does not require supplement companies to test their product. But because reputation is everything to us, we have a 21-year track record to uphold. We submit our products for testing at the largest independent testing firm in the world, Informed Choice. It's located in Great Britain. What that means is that our products are 100% banned substance-free, toxin-free, and contaminant-free, and they also contain the highest quality and concentration of all active ingredients. There's power in that, right? That matters to me as a mom. That matters to me as a daughter and a wife. But that really matters to Drew Brees, because Drew Brees is our national spokesperson, and Drew Brees gets paid to perform. And if Drew Brees tests positive for a banned substance, you know what happens? He loses income. He cannot afford to do that. So the men and women who endorse our products for free, who we don't pay cash, we pay them in a product allowance, these men and women, it matters to them that they can put these products in their body and lay their head down on their pillow at night knowing that they're never going to have to worry about testing positive for anything that is banned. Now, what you're going to see here is just a sampling of some of our other non-cash paid endorsers. You're going to see Colt McCoy. You're going to see Jason Witten. Okay? You're going to see Rich Froning. And rather than me talk about Rich Froning, I'm going to let Rich talk about Rich Froning. Just a moment. Oh, wait, not yet. He's in here, but not yet. Can you tell that I rearranged my presentation right before I sat down to speak to you? This is what happens when it's live. But you know what? We're going to hear from Rich in a minute. But what you need to know about Rich is that Rich is 3-time CrossFit champion, world's fittest man, absolutely amazing, and he has been taking AdvoCare products for 3 years. So no coincidence there, and we're going to hear from him in just a minute. But right now I want to tell you about your 4 relationship choices with AdvoCare, okay? This is basically like if you were going out to eat at a restaurant, which we all love to do. Your server's going to come to you with a menu, and you're going to have amazing choices. Now, I will tell you, in AdvoCare's restaurant, everything is delicious. It only matters how hungry you are as to what you're going to order. So you can choose to be a retail customer, which means you can order product directly from the person who's helping you, and you'll bless them, and they'll bless you in return with excellent coaching and excellent support. You can also be a wholesale customer, which means that you sign up with the person who's helping you for a $79 membership fee. You receive an immediate discount on your product, and you just get to enjoy that. We don't auto ship you anything. You don't have minimums or quotas. You just get to enjoy a discount. Now, by default, when you become a wholesale customer, you have the right but not the obligation to distribute the product. This is somebody who just gets great results and says, you know what, I don't mind telling people if they ask me, and you can trip and fall and make a couple $100s a month as a distributor. This is a great way to get your products paid for, okay? Now, the person who really sits down at the table and sees this menu and goes, I'm starving to death, you know, something's got to change, feed me, that is business advisor, okay? Business advisor is either someone, A, who has a lot of weight to lose, someone who sees this as a true lifestyle change and just wants to be as healthy as they possibly can. They're going to stock their pantry and have a lifetime 40% discount on these products. This is also for the person who has a business mindset. This is for the person who says, if I'm going to share these products, I'm going to maximize my earnings, and I want to earn income 5 ways instead of 2. I also want to earn a 40% profit as opposed to a 20 or a 30% profit. The work of a distributor and the work of an advisor are identical. You take your products, you share your experience and excitement, and you make an introduction to the person who's helping you. That's it. You're a professional introducer, either as a distributor or an advisor. The only difference is in how you're getting paid. So for people like myself, who needed to make a change, who wanted to build a legacy, then advisors where you're going to want to be. And we're going to talk about that more as we move through tonight. So let's stop for just a minute, because everything I've shared with you is all fine and good. The credibility of the company, the credibility of the endorsers and the doctors. But if our products stink, we really don't have a leg to stand on. And I'm here to tell you tonight that I'm a living, breathing testimony that the products work. 9 times out of 10, when someone gets started with AdvoCare, they're going to get started with our 24-day challenge. This is our flagship program, and I got to tell you, I keep these things in my pantry, because when somebody wants to get started on the 24-day challenge, they want to get started yesterday. And so the beautiful thing about this is that it is a nutritional kickstart. This is not a rapid weight loss program. This is not even a weight loss program. This is a nutritional and a metabolic kickstart. This is the starting line when you are beginning your AdvoCare journey. And what the 24-day challenge is it's going to teach and train you how to become a fat burning machine rather than a fat storage machine. There's no neutral. You're either burning or you're storing, and we want to burn. We always want to burn, whether you've got 100 pounds to lose or whether you weigh 100 pounds, you want to always be in burn mode. Okay, and how we're going to do that is we're going to reset your body with a cleanse. The first 10 days of the 24-day challenge is the cleanse phase. You are going to eat the entire time you're doing a 24-day challenge. We're just going to help you learn how to eat properly. What that means is lean and clean. So you're going to shop the perimeter of your grocery store. We're going to give you a shopping guide. You're going to have a cookbook. You're going to have all kinds of great information to learn how to eat lean and clean. You're also going to eat 5 to 6 meals a day. How about that? Right? I love that, man. As the former 300-pound me, I was like, I love that, and I can put down 5 to 6 meals a day. And what I figured out very quickly is that the amount of food I was eating on the 24-day challenge was way more than I was eating as a 300-pound woman. I was just eating the right things all of a sudden. Right? We are an extremely overfed, undernourished society. And so what we're going to do with your body is nourish it with the right foods 5 to 6 times a day. You're going to take the products in the Herbal Cleanse box, and that basically consists of a fiber drink, a probiotic to replace your good gut flora, and some Herbal Cleanse tablets that you take at night before bed. The purpose of the Herbal Cleanse tablets, I kind of like to think about it. I have a 10-year-old son, so I have to think this way. It's kind of like the scrubbing bubbles that go in at night and do the work. They're going to clean out your colon, your liver, your spleen, your kidneys, your bloodstream, all of your digestive tract. And it's not a cleanse where you're going to live in your bathroom either, so don't fear that. But what you are going to do, in addition to eating 5 to 6 times a day, is you're also going to drink about a gallon of water every day. So all of those wonderful toxins that you're pulling from your system, the water is going to flush those out for you. Now, you're also going to take a Megaplex every day to help reduce inflammation in your body, and you're also going to have a Spark, 1 or 2 Sparks based upon how much you need every single day. Spark is our mental focus and energy drink. Spark is what got me off 3 pots of coffee per day. I don't know how I survived that, but I did, and I was putting down some serious coffee every single day. And I was able to lay that down in one day, cold turkey with Spark, and I have not looked back. It has been 3 years. Trust me, if you don't do anything else, please try Spark, because it's going to change your life, okay? Now, you can have some add-on products during your cleanse phase. The ones we recommend, or the one we recommend, is Catalyst. Catalyst is a branched chain amino acid product. It's going to feed your lean muscle and force your body to burn body fat. That is what we want to do. Now, when we move into the max phase, that is the second half, the last 14 days of the 24-day challenge, what we're going to do then is we are going to supplement one meal with our meal replacement shake. Most times it's breakfast, and the reason it's breakfast is because most of us do not get a balanced breakfast. Breakfast is the hardest meal to be sure that you're getting everything that you need. So when you sleep at night, you're burning stored body fat. It's the only time that you're burning stored fat. Everything else you're burning is calories consumed. Okay, so when you're sleeping, you're burning the stored body fat. When you wake up in the morning, your metabolic rate is at its highest. So what you've got to do is feed the fire, all right? And it's looking for protein. The fire wants protein. If it doesn't receive protein within an hour of rising, it'll go after your muscle. And that is exactly what we don't want to have happen, because if we're eating muscle, we're not eating fat. Okay, so we're going to have a meal replacement shake for breakfast. It's 24 grams of carbs, 24 grams of pre-digested protein, which means it's not going to sit in your stomach like a brick. Your body's going to get after it, going to burn it up, and then in about an hour and a half to 2 hours, you're going to be ready to eat your arm off, so be prepared with a snack, okay? Then you're going to keep drinking Spark every day, but here's the good part of the second half of the 24-day challenge, and that is the metabolic nutrition system. It's the 3 little purple boxes that you see there on the right-hand side. Now, you're only going to choose one. You'll notice that there are 3 different formulas. There's a 3 for wellness, a C for appetite control, and an E for energy. I will tell you straight up, I vacillate between C and E based on what I need. Right? Because each one does such a specific thing. So your coach, the person who's helping you, is going to be able to help you determine which formula is right for you. Okay? Now, This is my sweet friend Angie Perry, who has had remarkable results on the 24-day challenge. Such great results, I can't even keep up with it on her slide, so I had to create the little red box on the right-hand side. But when I met Angie, her husband had just deployed for Afghanistan that morning. The girl was a hot mess. She'll tell you she was a hot mess. She had her 2 sweet, precious babies with her. And all I remember thinking is, how in the world is this woman, who at that time was so obese, going to care for these kids by herself while her husband is away with that kind of stress and that kind of pressure? But Angie saw hope in AdvoCare. She saw hope in the 24-day challenge, and she started on product almost immediately. And while her husband was gone, lost 66 pounds and went from a size 20 to a size 10. The photograph that you see there in the bottom right makes me cry, because her husband came home, didn't even recognize her. You guys, people had to point her out to him because she looked so completely different. And the story that rocks my world the most is when Angie says, you know, she used to go to the park with her kids, and she would have to keep her baby girl in the stroller because she knew if she let her out, she wouldn't be able to keep up with her. And now she gets to be the mama that she wants to be to these 2 precious babies. She's lost 70 pounds down to a size 8. But more than that, even now, she is now helping other people do the same by sharing AdvoCare, and she's also a certified body pump instructor. Her life has been radically transformed, and as a result of that, so many people's lives will be radically transformed and changed, and that is the power of the AdvoCare product. Now, I know that Angie is now moved into the AdvoCare Performance Elite line, which so many people do after they're done with the challenge. Some people will stay on the core products and repeat a cleanse every 90 days. I highly recommend that. But I also recommend adding in the Performance line if you are working out at all. This is our timeline, which will show you, you can find this at advocare.com/elite. And what this is going to show you is, based upon the type of workout that you're doing and the duration of your workout, it's going to show you exactly how you should be fueling your body, because it all comes down to fuel. Guys, your body is a machine. It is a phenomenal, pristine, well-designed machine, and it requires the highest quality fuel. And what we're going to show you here is exactly how to fuel your body so that you get the performance and the results that you desire. And then this may be where we hear from Rich, so hang on just a second. No, it's not. We're going to keep going until we hear from Rich Froning. But this is our Can You 24 workout series. This is, my goodness, one of my favorite parts of AdvoCare is our workout DVD. We have a level 1. We also have a level 2. So based upon your current fitness level, you can choose. But the thing I love most about Can You 24 is that it's 24 minutes, so everyone can do it, and you can work at your own pace. So the busy mom, the corporate person, the grandmother, whoever you are, you can begin with level 1 and move into level 2, and know that each time you work out, it's only going to be for 24 minutes. That is so super powerful. Here's Rich, I think.
Winning takes hard work, dedication, and commitment. Professional and world-class athletes use AdvoCare products. Why? Because they work. Scientifically formulated, independently tested, and proven to give us the results that we're looking for, to compete at a championship level. Are you looking for results? AdvoCare. Use it. The pros do.
And there it is. Finally, we see Rich Froning, right? I love that video, and I'm sorry I ruined it for you earlier. But what I love about Rich is that, you know, he's a stand-up guy, a phenomenal dude. You know, the winner of the CrossFit Games 3 years in a row, and he uses our product, so that's a huge testimony. What I love more than that is he inspires me. I just recently began working out with a personal trainer, and some of those workouts that Rich is doing there, I've been doing in the gym, and I know that I, as a mom, have the same opportunity to fuel my body the same way that Rich does. Now, I may never look like Rich, but that's okay, because I know that I'm taking care of my body as as well as I can. Okay. Now, this is my dear friend Whitney Gladden, and Whitney is also a diamond distributor in AdvoCare, and I love her story so much, you guys, because Whitney did not have a weight problem. Okay, where I did when I came to the table, she did not. Whitney was very thin. All right, but she had a desire to transform her body and to be a fitness model. Right? So Whitney began sharing AdvoCare. She started taking AdvoCare products just to get healthy, to feel great during her second pregnancy. And very quickly, as she began to share with other people, built a business that allowed her to retire from her career as a lawyer. She has now retired her husband as well from his law career to come home and be a full-time stay-at-home dad. He also loves golf, so he gets to golf all the time. It's a beautiful thing to watch. And so Whitney decided, you know what, I'm going to do something for me, and I want to be a fitness model. So Whitney began taking our performance products and working out, and the results that you see from the photo on the left to the photos on the right was a 4-month transformation. Did you hear me? 4 months. 4 months total body transformation. And Whitney just recently competed in her very first fitness competition at the age of 37. Okay, did you guys hear that? She's not in her 20s, although she looks like she is. She is 37 years old. She's given birth to 2 beautiful children. She's a married, stay-at-home mom, and she just competed in her very first competition and placed in the top 10. Guys, that's remarkable. So I hope you're seeing that whatever it is that you desire to do physically, you can do it with the help of hard work and these amazing products. And so what I really want to begin to talk to you now about is everyone in AdvoCare is just an ordinary person. We've just chosen an extraordinary opportunity that's allowed us to do extraordinary things. And so I definitely want to move into my favorite part of the presentation now, which is talking to you about the opportunity. Now, you may have come on this presentation tonight to hear about the product, and if so, we're done, okay? And you can go ahead and log off. Now, I hope that you won't. And the reason is because I came to the same presentation 3 years ago for product only. And I hung on, and I waited, and I listened to the rest of the presentation. And as a result, it's changed my life in ways that we would be here all night if I tried to tell you. So hang with me, because we don't have much longer to go, but I definitely want to share with you guys the opportunity of AdvoCare. So remember earlier when we talked about the 4 ways to get involved. The 4th way is called advisor, okay? When you become an advisor in AdvoCare, you unlock 5 streams of income. Now, as a distributor, you get paid the first 2 ways, which is retail profits and wholesale commissions. That pretty much means that if you have, let's say you have a 30% discount, you're a distributor, someone purchases from you full retail cost, you're going to make a 30% retail profit, okay? It's pretty sweet. Now, if somebody signs up with you for a discount, which we always want people to have the option to do, we never want to not share the discount, and we don't ever give our discount away. That is against company policy. So if somebody wants a discount on the product, they're going to need to sign up for their own discount, okay? So when they sign up for their own discount, let's say they sign up with you for $79, they get a 20% discount. You're going to have a 10% margin, so you're going to make a 30% wholesale commission on that whenever they purchase product. Now that's great, but unlocking those 5 streams of income is so powerful because AdvoCare has amazing incentives, which we'll talk about, and then the other 2 streams, override and leadership bonuses. Those 2 are the residual forms of income that kick in as you begin to help other people start their own AdvoCare businesses, as you share with passion and you introduce people to the person who's helping you, and they get to paint vision for your friends and family, and your friends and family begin to say, okay, you know what, I was made for more than a paycheck. I was made for more than paying my mortgage. I have dreams. I have visions. I have things I want to do with my life, and my current job is not allowing me to do that, and I'm tired of having to ask off every time I want to go on a vacation with my family, or every time I want to go have muffins with mom at school. Those kinds of things. That's where the 2 bottom forms of income can really begin to build wealth for you and to build wealth for the people that you love and care about. I will tell you also, as I said, they are residual, which means that right now, as I'm sitting here speaking to you, I'm earning income from conversations I had 2 years ago. I'll be earning income in 15 years from, maybe somebody watching this webinar right now who joins our team. The beautiful part about residual income is that it grows and it pays you over time. Okay, that is exciting stuff. When my husband was in real estate and he sold a house, he didn't get a call 6 months after selling that house from that family saying, Philip, we're really enjoying this family room, so we think we're going to send you a check for $1,500. That doesn't happen in other industries, but in AdvoCare, every single time you help somebody, enjoy Spark, every single time they purchase Spark, you're going to get paid residually over time. Okay. Now, the bottom two forms of income are also willable, which is so funny because my husband and I just sat down today with our financial people and had this done. But our business is willable to our children, which is beautiful because, again, when my husband was in real estate, he couldn't will his real estate business to us. We weren't going to get paid for houses he didn't sell. But in AdvoCare, if something, Lord forbid, were to happen to my husband and I, our son will continue to get paid for the work that his mom and dad did, and he can continue to grow and build our business. So there's power there, okay? Now, one of the incentives that we have that I love so much is our $500 rookie bonus incentive. And why is this important? This is for the new guy. When you become an advisor, your very first pay period out of the gate, all you have to do is sponsor 3 brand new distributors and generate $3,000 in volume. You do that, you're going to get a $500 rookie bonus. Okay, so you get simple, it's easy, and you may be new and looking at this and go, man, that's a lot. You know what? My goal every single 2-week pay period is $3,000 in volume. That's my minimum that I'll accept for myself, and it has been since we began this journey 3 years ago. So trust me when I tell you that this is beyond doable, and we are helping people on our team earn these rookie bonuses every single pay period. Did you know that $500 a month can save the average family from foreclosure? And did you know also that by earning this $500 rookie bonus, you've now just set yourself up for a business that can pay you at least $1,000 to $1,500 a month? That's powerful, you guys. Now, my favorite incentive that AdvoCare offers are the dream trips, because I was not a traveler before AdvoCare simply because we didn't have the money to travel, to be real honest with you. We had gone to Disney World a few times, but it was always on my in-laws' dime. I can remember a time standing on Main Street, USA, when we wanted to buy our son Jack a t-shirt, and we had to borrow money from my in-laws to do that. And it is significantly less magical when you have to do that. AdvoCare, everything they do is 5-star. So from the moment you're picked up to the moment you're dropped off, there's really nothing that you have to do other than enjoy yourself. And the newest incentive that's coming out is going to be in December. It's to Costa Rica and with a cruise through the Panama Canal, and I absolutely cannot wait. I know this is going to be one of my favorites incentives to date, but our very first incentive that we earned was to Atlantis. We were 6 months old in AdvoCare, and because we had never taken a vacation, I heard the announcement of this trip and that it was going to be for the family, and I knew that we had to earn it. I knew we had to get teachable really fast, that we had to share our excitement with a lot of people, that we had to introduce those people to our mentors and allow our mentors to help us, and they did that. And so 6 months into AdvoCare, we earned this trip. And what it did for us is it exploded our vision for what's possible in life. It wasn't about, luxury and going and, being all exclusive, although it was those things. For us, it took the lid off of our belief, and it showed us that there's so much more possible. And this is our son, Jack, who's swimming with Sasha the dolphin. He still talks about this. I'd say at least once a week he brings it up. It's such a special memory for him, and this was 3 years ago. And then this was another incentive trip that we earned to Honolulu Bay in Hawaii. We were cruising the Nepali coast with some of our dear friends that we met through AdvoCare. None of these people, honestly, none of these people that you're looking at here are even on our AdvoCare team. None of these people live in the same area that we do, and none of these people we knew before AdvoCare, and yet they're some of the people we love most in the world. And so the friendships that we've been able to build and grow are priceless. And it's so beautiful when you're on the same mission as people to change the world. And Charlie Regis knew that. He knew when he started the TRIP program that if he could get you out of your everyday life where it's negative and people are complaining and, you know, it's traffic and in-laws and spouses and kids and weather and, you know, all of that negativity, and he could take you away from that, put you somewhere beautiful with people who are the best of the best at speaking life and hope into others, and then he could take you back and put you in the environment that you came from, that you could change your environment. So it's not just about you. It's not just about, you know, you having an amazing experience and seeing the Nepali coast, which only 2% of the world will ever see with their naked eyes. You know, it's not just about that. While that's extraordinary, it's about going back and impacting your community and impacting your culture for the better. And so Charlie was spot on with that. So every time I sit down with someone new in our business and have the opportunity to talk with them about their goals and dreams and ask them what it is that they want out of life, I always show them this chart. Because if you look on the right-hand side, you're going to see some average U.S. salaries that were paid out in 2013. Now, I always laugh. My teacher friends are like, what teacher gets paid almost $50,000? And I don't know, because none of my teacher friends do. But I will tell you that when I graduated college, I won't tell you when that was, even though I've already told you how old I am, but several years ago, I graduated with a social work degree. So clearly I'm not motivated by money, but I realized really quickly out of school that it takes money to survive. And I wasn't getting paid much. I earned $21,000 a year as a social worker, and I was on call 24 hours a day. So whether or not I was, you know, vomited on or had a gun pulled on me, or whether or not I sat behind my desk all day, I was on call 24 hours, and I was making $21,000 a year, and there was no wiggle room in that. And that is what happens when somebody else gets to determine your worth. So it doesn't matter if you're excellent or not. You're getting paid the same as the other people doing your job, right? That's the reality for most of the world. Okay, let's just be real. No matter what we do, that's the reality for the most of the world. In AdvoCare, it's different because you are the variable, and you get to determine your worth, and you get to pick how far and how fast you go on this chart. When we sat down and heard about AdvoCare together for the first time, we saw that silver level of leadership, and we saw that that could pay us on average about $1,000 a month, and we said, okay, we're going for silver because we need to get our house out of foreclosure. Okay, now I'm here to tell you right now that because we were teachable, we made $1,500 our very first 2 weeks. That got our house out of foreclosure, and we hit silver within about a month. We hit 3-star gold within a year, ruby in our second year, emerald quickly thereafter, and we just pinned the diamond level of leadership in our third year in AdvoCare. And I'm here to tell you right now that money is neutral. Okay, you know, it's easy to look at these incomes here and say, wow, who needs to earn that kind of money? But I'll tell you right now, if you think you're making enough money, you're not giving enough away. And that has been what has struck my husband and I the most, is how much we've been able to give and do for other people as we grow our AdvoCare business. And so when you look at our story, and if you were on in the very beginning and you saw kind of where we came from with, you know, me weighing 300 pounds and my husband with the defeat in his real estate business, and, you know, it was just a bad season for us. When you look at what this opportunity has meant for us, it means that my husband was able to retire from real estate about a year into this journey so that we could become stay-at-home parents. And why is that important? Because we desire to be the culture shaper for our son Jack. Right? Now, I'm not saying that if you work at a job you can't be. You absolutely can. But it was so important to us to be the voice that he heard more often and more loudly than any other voice in the world. Okay? Now, why is that important? Why is it so important for us to be that? Because we're adopting 3 boys from Africa. Those are our 3 sons, Emery, Crispin, and Philippe. And you guys, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm probably going to cry because we found out this morning that those 3 boys have just been moved from their orphanage to a foster home, which means that we're now financially responsible for them. And they're stuck in the Congo. I don't know if you know anything at all about that, but this is an indefinite stuck. Okay, we have no idea how long it's going to be before our boys are home, but they're our boys, and you better believe we're going to support them. And so because of AdvoCare, we can do that. Because of AdvoCare, when they come home, and I said when, I didn't say if, I said when they come home, we're going to be able to offer them any therapy, any medical care, any college that they would want. There are 3 boys in Africa right now who are getting a second chance at life because Charlie Reagan had a vision 21 years ago for the American family. You guys, this is so much bigger than vitamins. This is so much bigger than you being scared about calling up your friend and telling them about the power of AdvoCare. This is, for some people, life or death. That's how big this is. Okay? Now, what I want you to know is that we average right now over $20,000 a month. Last month, AdvoCare graciously paid us $33,000, which is how much? $12,000 more in a month than I used to make in a year as a social worker. And here's the deal, you guys, my heart's the same. All I want to do is change the world one child at a time, one person at a time. And the beautiful thing is now I get to impact the parents so that the parents can impact their own children. That's the beautiful thing about AdvoCare. That's the beautiful thing that allows us to build a life by design and empower other people to go out and do the same. And this is Phil and Melanie Thomason. They are an amazing family on our team. And Phil and Melanie have a huge purpose, and they have an amazing family. And there's nobody better to tell you their story than Phil and Melanie themselves.
Hi, I'm Melanie Thomason. This is my husband, Phil, and we live in Helena, Alabama. About 14 months ago, we were looking to make a change, and we found AdvoCare. We had watched our friends lose a bunch of weight, make some money, and so we wanted what they had. The reality of our life was that we have 2 small children. I work full-time as a high school counselor. My husband owns his own cleaning company. I was in graduate school full-time. We didn't have any time, but the mountain of debt was screaming at us, and we were tired of pouring into everyone else and giving our hard-earned money to other people instead of investing into our family and paying down debt. So we got involved in AdvoCare for help and also for financial reasons, because really we just needed to make a change with that, and we wanted to invest more into our family and our kids and give them not just our leftovers but our best.
And because of that, yes, to AdvoCare, we both feel much better than we ever have. I've lost 40 pounds. Melanie here has lost 15. We have the energy at the end of the day to give our kids all that they want, playing out in the yard, not feeling tired at the end of the day. And not only have we gained that physical energy and lost the weight that I personally needed to lose, we also have gained financially, because to this date we've paid off $14,000 in debt. We're averaging $3,000 a month, which goes a long ways towards being able to be reinvested, as Melanie said, back into our family, where we can do things without our checking account dictating what we can and cannot do. And we're so thankful that we said yes to AdvoCare.
So, maybe adopting 3 kids from Africa is not your purpose. Maybe paying off $14,000 of debt is not your purpose. But my question to you very simply tonight as we wrap up is, where will you be in 2 to 5 years? And what we usually find when we ask this question is that, you've got the dreamers, right? You've got the people who dream big. I'm looking right now, sitting here at my desk, I'm looking at my vision board, and I've got all these amazing things that I want to do over the next 5 years. And so if that's you, then that's wonderful. But do you have a plan to accomplish those dreams and visions? Is your current situation going to allow you to accomplish those things, or are they going to be the same dream 5 years from now? You're going to say, well, in 5 years, I'm going to do X, Y, Z. For some people who aren't maybe the visionary dreamer type, maybe you're going, well, it's going to be just like it is now, maybe worse, because things aren't getting better. So, maybe you're resigned to that future. So my question to you is that okay with you? And if it is, I can't help you. I'm just be real honest. I can't. I can't help people that don't want to help themselves. But if it's not okay with you, what are you going to do differently starting right now to allow 5 years from now to look very different? Okay, it's a very real question. This is, maybe you came on tonight as a favor to a friend and you weren't really taking it seriously, but this is a very real question, you guys. We all have to ask this question. Whether we are honest with ourselves or not is a whole nother thing, and whether we make a plan is a whole nother thing, but it's a very real question because Lord willing, we're all still going to be here in 2 to 5 years. So where are you going to be? You have to think about it, okay? So I want to bring you back to the 4 relationships in AdvoCare. Now, there is a silent 5th relationship, which is this is not for me. Can't imagine that would be the case for anybody, but if that's you, that's fine. It's totally fine. Your friendship's going to remain intact. Nobody's going to be mad at you. But know that what matters is that you make a decision. What matters is that you start. What matters is that you move. Sitting still and wishing and hoping gets nothing accomplished. So you can be a retail customer, which means you're going to get started on the world's most elite human nutrition. You're going to feel better than you've ever felt in your entire life. You're going to pay full price for that. But if that's okay with you, that's okay with me. You can then be a wholesale customer, which means you're going to have a discount. The person who's helping you can help you get set up right now. I guarantee you they're still up because they're in AdvoCare. It's what we do. So call them, tell them you want to get started. You can get signed up for $79, get your discount. Get started on amazing products. If you want to tell people about AdvoCare, either by them asking you about it when they see your results, or maybe you're being a little bit more intentional, you can become a professional introducer and get paid as a distributor. You can cover the cost of your own products as a distributor. That's not hard to do. But I'm telling you right now, if you are like me, if there's anything in you that's like me and you see more for yourself, if you say there has to be more, there has to be better, either in your financial debt, your physical debt, or your time debt, there's got to be a way out. There's got to be more. And I'm telling you right now that Business Advisor is where you need to be. Okay, it's where you need to be. It's where I needed to be. Now, I didn't have the financial resources to invest to get myself there, but you know what I did have? I had relationships. So I invested my relationships, and I worked my way to advisor over 3 days. Okay, and when I got to advisor, that's when I began to earn the 5 streams of income, and the same is true for you. So how do you get to advisor? Okay, the best thing you can do is get there quickly. No matter how you get there, I don't care how you get there, just get there quickly. The best way is a $3,000 retail order of product. Now, you're not going to pay $3,000 because you're going to get it at an immediate 30% discount. That's a $2,100 investment to have a lifetime 40% on your product, meaning you'll never pay more than that for the rest of your life. It also means that you have those 5 streams of income and you have a business that is ready-made and ready to go. And you also have a team of people ready to lock arms with you and help you get whatever it is that you want out of this thing. Okay? Now, for some people, they choose to stock their pantry with that order. That's what I personally recommend. That is a Mary Alice recommendation, simply because what I've seen happen is if you have boxes sitting in your living room and you're worried about selling all that product, it tends to slow people down. The reality is you're going to be taking these products for the rest of your life, so go ahead and choose products that you want to consume or sample out. Stock your pantry, and then let's get busy building you a business. Okay? But for people who need money right away, like my friend Rachel did, she ordered 16 24-day challenges and had them all sold before the boxes ever arrived on her front porch. So what that meant for Rachel is that she had not only recouped her $2,100 investment to pay off her credit card, but she had also recouped a $900 profit. Amazing. And she did that in 3 days. So know that whether you have to work your way to advisor or whether you jump straight to advisor, that the object here is to get there quickly, because you only get one opportunity to write your advisor story, and your friends and family are going to want to know exactly what you did, and they're going to duplicate that. And AdvoCare is a business of duplication. It is monkey see, monkey do, and we want to help you write the strongest story right out of the gate so that your friends and family will duplicate exactly what you did. Okay? Now, here's what I want to leave you guys with. This is the phrase that was spoken to me by my mentor, Jason Pinnell. The very first time I heard him present AdvoCare, I looked him dead in the face and I said, you know what, that's great, but it's not for me. Because I had all the answers and none of the money. And he looked back at me and he said, okay, well, Mary Alice, based upon what you just told me about your health and your foreclosure and the fact that you guys can't afford to feed your 6-year-old child, it looks to me like what you're doing is not working. And he said, I promise you, I will give you help if you will trust me and if you will get started. And he said, the thing I want to leave you with is that if nothing changes, nothing changes. And Mary Alice, you have to be the one to change it. And so that's what I want to leave you guys with tonight. If nothing changes, nothing changes. And you have to be the one to change it. Okay? All right, here's the thing, guys. Get back with the person who invited you to hear this presentation tonight. If something's stirring and itching in you that this could be for you, please know no one's going to beat you over the head with AdvoCare. That's not our job. We wouldn't be serving anyone well, even ourselves, if we did that. We just want to be here to answer questions, to help you, to lock arms with you on this journey and help you get what it is you want, not what it is we want for you. So call the person who's helping you. Let them know what you heard tonight. Let them know what you want to do. We'll lock arms with you. We'll help you knock this thing out of the park. All right, guys? Have a fantastic night. I appreciate you joining me, and I look forward to the next time. Bye-bye.